Alright, let's get this thing rolling. Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel and the Cataclysm. I of course am Vormithrax. This is the ongoing adventures of Stephanie Strange III, who is dealing with a broken world. It's just broke. It's broke in so many ways. I'm getting sort of discouraged about how broke it is. We're gonna keep pushing. Yeah, day 44, and we were having predators on day 12. It's just a nasty world out there when we had that issue with updating and a certain update changing monster spawns, and we just got massively tidal waved with super upgraded zombies. So yeah, it's been interesting, but we're gonna push through at least one more night. We'll see what we can accomplish. Unfortunately, we've got a few parts of the game that are kind of locked away that I was hoping to get to. So, yeah, mutations are going to be a no-go, because I can't deal with the broken research facility. It just keeps summoning horde after horde after horde. If you didn't see Friday's episode, it was, yeah, it's broke. It's really broke. So I had to leave the research facility because of its brokenness. And that's the only place to really get the mutagen crafting stuff. So yeah, so mutagens are off the list. I can't do anything with that to try to improve the character. CBMs are fairly problematic. I have to go get some, and then we have to go through the whole new process, which I haven't actually done yet, to clean them up, sterilize them in the autoclave, and so on. I've got a few CBMs that we've picked up that would be interesting, but we got really low power levels. And the problem, in addition to that, is for the magic stuff, I don't have hardly any mana. So using magic in much to try to improve the character is kind of out, because I can't mutate, so I can't raise my mana. So, yeah, unless I just happen to randomly come across mutagens for a few of the mutation trees or families that happen to have those magic mutations, I got no real chance of improving my mana supply short of a couple of 100 points if I can get my intelligence up with a CBM. So we're never going to be really strong in the magic. We're never going to be strong in mutations. So we're kind of getting stuck on how to raise this character's combat abilities. And my whole plan originally was to kind of layer in certain parts of the mutagens, certain parts of the magic, certain parts of the regular stuff, and see if we can get an overwhelming power level, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, and everywhere we go is super high level mutagen or super high level zombies, and we've got imperceptive healer. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. We'll see what we can do to work around it. I got a few things I still want to try, but whether we continue this one past this evening, I'm not sure. I'll probably have a determination made by the end of tonight. Whether I want to keep pushing forward with this one. We're just about at the top end of all of the crafting stuff, so we've got access to pretty much everything we might want or need crafting-wise, and the amount of content I'm going to be interested in pursuing is narrowing down fairly rapidly. So we'll see what we can do, though. So yeah, so there's character, Stephanie Strange III. Continuing on, 14889 still. That hasn't changed since the very start of this particular series. You can see it from the skills, though. We're just about to hit the top of pretty much all the ones that are useful to me in any way. Our traits haven't changed other than we added Druid from the one spellcrafting side that we've got. We haven't changed any of the Bionics. Yeah, and we've leveled up some of our combat skills a bit. But beyond that, it's mostly just stuff. I mean, we've got all the stuff that I might need. We're only short a couple of minor items here or there. Nothing too massive. So, but yeah, between the evolution factor that caused us some problems, and now the totally broken research facility, which is the gateway to so much of the higher end gameplay being broken, it's really putting a damper on my enthusiasm for pursuing this one. So we're here, we got plenty of food, we got plenty of pretty much all the other stuff. I'm gonna do a few things just to kind of keep us moving along. I noticed we did bring back the electronics book. Right before the stream started, I was just taking a quick look, and I realized that Amateur Home Radio for Enthusiasts is one of the high-level electronics books. I totally forgot that. So we actually have a book that'll take us to 8 electronics, which is the highest I ever usually get it. So we can get that done, and that'll max out pretty much all the skills for CBM installation. Our intelligence is still bad. We have no real way of improving that for surgeries. So once we get this to 8, it's the best chance we're going to get any of the CBMs installed that I have laying around. So what do I have? We've got cable charger, cloaking system, would take way too much power that I'm never going to have. Battery system that's faulty. I'd have to get it all cleaned up and sterilized. Head alloy plating, of course, would be useful, but given the helmet and the survivor gear we've got on, nothing short of an anti-material rifle is really going to do much damage to our noggin. Well, I say that. The damage you see on my head is always from me getting smacked in the mouth or getting poked in the eyes, because those apply to head health. So when you see the head damage that I got, that's where it's coming from. It's not from actual headshots. Internal climate control, that would help a little bit if we went back to the ice lab. Leukocyte, of course, is nice, but I'm not abusing my health system. I don't really need it to be maxed out. It's not going to give me all that much of a benefit right now. Speed up my healing some, but I'm not too worried about that. Targeting system would be nice. Telescopic eyes would be okay. So we'll see. Those we can actually use without. I don't think they require any power. So I'll try to put those in. Those would be great for just general use and for a ranged archery guy, which we're trying to be. So we got a couple that would be mildly interesting. With the high electronics, we'll also be able to get the thermal electric outfits put together. So if I get 2 of the outfits plus the internal climate control installed, we can actually probably go pretty deep into that ice lab. I haven't really been too deep into an ice lab in a really long time. I mean, it's not like they're different than regular labs. They're just really cold. So we'll see. We got a few options. I got plenty of anesthetic, I believe, to do any installations that I might want. Yeah, I agree. Cloaking's fun, but it takes a ton of power. I got no power, so I'm not disputing that cloaking is cool. It's just a matter of its usability is really low when you've got 250 power. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of the situation. Here's our map again. We're hanging out here at the same lab. We started in this city, and we've been just basically based here the entire time. We've got quite a bit of the local area kind of mapped in from various high-altitude locations that we were able to get up into, as well as riding our bike all over the place. So way up this way is where we have the ice lab right here. Then further north from that, we've got a lab with an anthill infestation, and then another lab with an anthill infestation. So our last 4 labs have been fairly unlucky. We had the research facility, which we can't go to. We had the ice lab, and we have 2 ant labs. So that kind of really sucks. I might have to go to some of the ant labs. We'll see. Because again, most of the stuff I'm interested in are in labs. And there's not really too many endpoint locations out in the game world that we're going to be able to reach on a bike in any reliable frame of time. So we got some options. But yeah, I'm starting to run out of things and ideas to do with this guy. So, or this gal. So we'll see. I'll have to recheck what gear we've got and what else I can put together, and or change out how we've got this person outfitted. I still want to try the compound Greatbow. I was hoping to raise my power level a bit because I'm stuck now only being able to use it while I've got the hydraulic muscles running, which is going to really, really dampen the amount of time I can be using it or firing it. So we won't get to be able to do too much of it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's just so many things I can't do with the character that I was hoping to do, just because of the way the world and the errors have settled out. Yeah, alright. Let me check in with chat here. Howdy, howdy, everybody. It is saying hi. Tested more than one research facility. No. I'm on a bicycle only. It's not a simple thing to go find and test other research facilities. I'm not sure what's causing it. It's the first time I've ever seen the behavior. I was in the loading dock area, right where the entrance to the underground lab section is, and right outside the loading dock, or the door, was a truck. And I cleared the entire area. I went downstairs to look in the lab area real quick, popped back upstairs, and there was noise where the truck was. I expect one zombie maybe to have wandered in, and I peek around the corner, and there's like 8-10 zombies. I mean, Kevlar zombies, Hulks. I mean, just rude stuff. I kill that group, and it happens again. I kill that group, it happens again. It just kept spawning a horde over and over and over again. So couldn't deal with it. And they were actually appearing right next to me at one point. I mean, I was fighting one. I had a night vision range of like 5 or 6 or whatever it is, and zombies would just blink into existence right next to me. So yeah, it's just it's just way broke. So we couldn't stay there. I was just burning through ammo and stuff way too quickly, too dangerous. So yeah, it messed with my theme quite a bit. If I can't do a research facility, it locks me out of quite a few things. I'm not a big fan of labs and research facilities being the gateway to so much of the higher end gameplay. So I'm not a fan of that.
Has it been 5 months already?
5 months already? What do you mean already? It's early. Appreciate the resub though. Thank you. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I wish they would spread it out a little further or come up with some other locations or something, because having it so concentrated, it's just, I don't like it. Mech suit things? No, haven't looked at any mech suit things. No idea what those are. I continue to see notes and references in Discord that the apartment towers are the new norm for loot. And they're going to rebalance everything else to that norm. Which, God, that seems weird to me, because basically they're going to be tripling the food supply in the game world. Because those apartment tower apartments have got like 2 to 3 times the amount of food you find in the average house. So that just seems weird to me that is going to be the balance point. Although I think I read something about, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. There's changes coming. But I don't know, it just seems like too much to me. But whatever. I don't want them to balance the game around my preferences, so I'll play whatever they give me. Minus 70 C, that's not even remotely as cold as it can get. It can get a hell of a lot colder than that. It drops 40 degrees per level, so if you've got an ice lab more than 2 or 3 levels deep, it goes way below that number. Although I play Fahrenheit, not Celsius, so maybe that I don't know the conversions by heart well enough. That might be pretty damn cold. Strange Temple, I've done it before. I have no reason to go there is the problem. It's just got some artifacts, and Vorm don't do artifacts, so going into a Strange Temple's like, eh. No, I already got the Chemset stuff done. We did the Chemset stuff. Did the bow get fixed? I haven't had any problems with bows recently. Yeah, I prefer to be I won't say neutral observer, but I try to keep my viewpoints. I very purposely do not have a GitHub account. One of my bucket list items is to die never having created a GitHub account. I don't code dive. I don't actively contribute to the code or anything like that. I try to keep my viewpoint, my opinions, and my communications as a game player and pass that along to folks. I mean, I try to explain why I feel about certain things and demonstrate why in the game and so on. And I have no expectation for them to balance the game around me. I am not the typical consumer of the game by any means at this point. But I feel like I'm fairly good at spotting variances in equality or in balance and things like that. And the amount of gameplay experience I've had with it, I have a pretty good feel for the way things are. And it just throws me sometimes when I see certain balance inequalities. And I know some of it is because they have to make changes in incremental steps. So they make a change that in an isolated context looks absolutely nuts and crazy, but it's to serve later changes that they have plans, but they just haven't communicated with anybody, or they haven't communicated effectively with anybody. So a lot of it's stepping stone type changes, where something has to go in a certain way now that looks stupid, but it's in service of changes coming later. So yeah. And I figure if I yell on camera about something often enough, with the sole exception of those fail percent numbers on CBM installs, apparently, no matter how many times I gripe about that, nothing's ever going to change there. Although it's a moot point now since I don't install CBMs anymore because they're so hard and so rare. I guess they're fixing my problem there by just making it so nobody bothers with CBMs. But yeah, it's kind of an incidental side fix to my griping about the fail percentages. Alright, well, let's get moving into the game. I'll check in with chat again. Ping me if you really need me to see something or know something, but let's get things moving. So, I've been doing nothing for a little while. I think first thing we're going to do is just heal up, get that electronics book read, and then take a look at what our options are. See if we can get those CBMs installed. We've got a handy-dandy auto dock sitting right here next to us. So, once I hit electronics 8... that'll pretty much max out all three of the skills, first aid, electronics, and computers. And like I said, I can't do much about the intelligence or anything else, so that'll give us our best percentage chance to get them installed successfully. So let's do that in that order. Can't remember how much did I kill another owlbear on my way back? What did I kill? How much meat did I bring back? 25, and I think I got some more sitting upstairs. Alright. Let's... Is the cursor on the right spot? Yep, cursor's on the right spot. Alright. Anyone know the best places to find anesthesia kits? Don't ever go to a hospital looking for anything. Hospitals are not a good solution for anything, in any way. Hospitals are a good way to get killed, even mid-late game. But regardless of the getting killed part, they tend to get knocked down really fast because of the Hulks and the Chakra Brutes and such that are in there knocking walls down. So don't ever anticipate going into a hospital. I've demonstrated how to do it semi-safely a few times, but I don't ever send anybody to a hospital for any kind of material. So, not that you can't get stuff there, but you can't get stuff reliably, usually in the early part of the game where you're needing it. I mean, if you're able to go to a hospital and actually keep yourself alive, you're well beyond the point of needing to go to a hospital. So, but anesthesia kits, by far the best place to get them is just lab dive. Just go into as many labs as you can and find the autodoc rooms. For some reason, recently the autodoc rooms have just been spawning like crazy. I mean, I've had 6 to 8 in a single lab recently. So with the change to how anesthesia works, and it's now by volume, and I think they adjusted it again to affect, or it's consumed via body weight, so the heavier you are, the more you need. But generally speaking, the anesthesia lasts a lot longer than it used to when it was just a 1, 2, 3 charge type of thing. So yeah, lab diving by far is the best way to do it. You can also find it in any place that has an auto dock. So doctors' offices that have auto docks, the auto dock basement, the bunker, the military bunker that has the auto dock. There's 2 versions of the bunker. The one with the auto dock will usually have it. So any place there's an auto dock is where you're going to find the anesthesia. I almost never find anesthesia separate from an auto dock. So alright, what was I talking about? So I was talking about food, and you guys distracted me with your questions or your comments. Let's cook up some meat real quick. More bratwurst? Yeah, let's do some more bratwurst. It's last couple of days, and I go through quite a few at a time. Let's do, yeah, 50 brat. Cooked meat, please. Oh, standard salt's fine. We have our brat. And do I still have plenty of water? One more space. I have plenty of water. Alright, our weight is normal. I'm not getting the your stomach is so empty, meaning I'm 80% below my starting calorie count, so we're good there. We are tired. I have no bandages or anything on. Let's do that next. Bandage the face, because it's my mouth and my eyeballs that need bandaging. My head's fine. It's my eyeballs and my mouth that are constantly getting poked and smacked. So let's pour some disinfectant into my eyeball, as you do. Take care of that problem. Disinfected eyeball. Alright, so got the major 2 ones taken care of. Let's just sleep, get that reset, and I'll know what my sleep cycle is going to need to be. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else there. Super radiated, it's, I mean, do you have an artifact? Did you get super irradiated somewhere and then you brought back irradiated gear? Because gear and ground and such can get irradiated. You might be re-radiating yourself regularly. Artifacts, of course, that kind of stuff. Radiation can be pretty insidious and persnickety to deal with. Okay, very hungry. Let's have some more brats. And we're going to do reading again. Let's go grab our uke and our happy making books. Right there. Get the uke going. Alright, one of those. And we want amateur home radio. 36 minutes at -1. That's fine. Probably take us a day and a half. We'll get maybe 2. Get this book knocked out. And then I think we'll just try some CBMs. See how they go. What kind of numbers we get. No artifacts, no craters. Not sure what started it. I don't know. Radiation's kind of tough to get these days without knowing where it comes from. Used to be I would get accidentally or not noticed I would get radiated by scientists. Zombie scientists had that, they'd open their mouth and a beam of radiation would come out. But once that was gone, I almost never in the vanilla game really have a problem with radiation. I don't suppose you're running PKs or any of the other mods, because you can get some weird radiation sources from those. Yeah, scientists can't irradiate you anymore. They got rid of that. Scientists can't do anything but open doors. Scientists' main ability now is the ability to open doors. That's their big feared ability, is their door opening. Otherwise, they're super stupid easy to kill. Yeah, it's probably that base you set up in the hazardous waste sarcophagus. That's my guess. That's why you're getting irradiated. You're on the bottom floor of that hazardous waste sarcophagus, I bet. Mini reactor or fuel cell, you got to spend a pretty good amount of time near those to get really irradiated. You don't remember seeing a plutonium slurry on the ground with some wreckage with the cleaner bots walking around? That's the only other source that comes to mind, is when you've got a plutonium spill in a lab and little cleaner bots wandering around and you see little rubble on the ground. Sometimes you can be close to that without quite noticing it and pick up some rads. What kind of radiation are we talking about? What's the number it reports on your interface when you look at your radiation? Some people think they're heavily irradiated and they really have nothing to worry about. Not the best place to say that, but I really liked your video on Age of Wonders. I liked it too. It's an awesome game. I will be playing it tomorrow. So I'll be doing more Age of Wonders tomorrow on probably my YouTube side. 31 radiation. So that's 33. Yeah, that's pretty high. That's really high. That is a lot of mutation, or that is a lot of radiation. That's like death level radiation. You start taking hit point damage and stuff, I think it... what you do is you subtract 1 from the number, multiply by 10. That's your rads. So at 31 minus 1 becomes 30, times 10 becomes 300. So 300 rads is really high. I think at 250 is where you start taking hit point damage. You're not at death level yet. I think you have to get up around 500. So 51 radiation to just flat out have not much chance of surviving. So just keep smashing down the Prussian blue tablets and trying to figure out where you got that. Yeah, this is endgame stuff here. So I don't know if you want to watch or not watch, up to you. But yeah, we're definitely at the endgame stage. I don't usually spend too much time at the endgame stage because there's just not that much for me to do. There's not all that much content when you get to the end stage. So I really prefer the early mid-game struggle than the endgame stuff. So I don't think I'll be going more than tonight on this particular run. We'll see how things progress. If things stay interesting, I may continue it. But I have no compunction about waving goodbye to characters. Everybody knows. Yeah, so we got our first level electronics. Yay, 2 more to go. Let's have some more brats. And no whiskey, not right now. Our ukulele still playing. We need to do some happy reading. Let's do the sci-fi book. +3 at 20 minutes. That's even better. Alright, that got us... Yeah, that was really good. That got us back up to 109. Alright, let's go for the next level. We can get 2 levels. We'll finish the next one. Yep, we just went tired. I don't think I'm going to push this all the way to the end. I'll stop it at 50. We'll do a level and a half today and then try to finish it out tomorrow. Alright, yeah, let's do that. I mean, I'm happy to answer questions and all that good stuff, so if you're running into problems with your early gameplay, feel free to throw them into chat. I'll try to catch them, talk about them. Painkillers are supposedly fixed, but I have not yet tried it. I did update my experimental, so as the settings command notes, I'm up to 9477. That was the most recent available, the most recent period for when we started the stream. So there was a message or a note I saw about painkillers being fixed on... I forget where. 9464. Painkillers fixed for 1 second turns and alcohol painkiller and death redux. Maybe they fixed alcohol so it's not stupid effective against pain anymore. So hopefully they got things adjusted so painkillers actually, you know, kill pain. I've been complaining about it for what, 2 months? Quite a while. Yeah, we'll just let the regular normal healing take care of the rest of that damage. More brats and some more water. Focus is good. Let's read one chapter. I didn't get as much. 1 to 102? Really? Alright. That's fine. Let's finish out this level. Are we partner yet? We are not partner yet. I still haven't heard anything. Not a thing. We're now on day 16. Day 16 since I submitted my partner application without a single word. No news is good news, right? Day 46 is kind of late for me to hit endgame. We were technically probably endgame capable on day 13 or 14. I spent a huge amount of time getting some skills up that I didn't really need to and doing a whole lot of magic stuff. So we burned a lot of days doing stuff that was eh. But if I focus on just that, yeah, I mean, endgame is eh. There's not a lot to it, unfortunately. Enjoy the early mid-game, because that's where most of the game plays at. You feel like days are a lot slower now with a 1 second turn time? I'm not sure what you mean by slower, which direction that refers. You can accomplish essentially 6 times more stuff. So, if you mean slower in that you can get more stuff done and a day takes longer, yes, that is true. Because you can literally walk 6 times further in a day than you used to be able to. Meaning you can raid a town for loot for 6 times longer than you used to be able to. So, I'm still trying to adapt to just how long I can spend night raiding a town. I mean, I can literally walk back and forth and cover an entire town multiple times if I do my night raiding. So it's still taking me some adjustment time to get used to just how much stuff I can do in very short, what used to be a short amount of time. All right, so we got the reading done. Yay! Are we tired again? We're tired again. I'll sleep again before we go try the CBMs. Any other reading I was gonna do? Don't need driving. If I'm not doing the mutagens, which I can't, then raising chemistry or cooking any further is kind of useless. I don't have much use for Fab 10. Mechanics, if I try to set up any kind of a base, like if I'm going to do an autoclave with vehicle power and such, I might need to raise my mechanics to 6. I doubt I'll need to go further than that. Because we're not going to build a vehicle this run. I think that's it. I think mechanics is the only other thing. Yeah, and nothing else is really going to do much. So let's assume we're done reading for a while. I'm going to take one more nap, and then we'll try to do some CBM installations, see what kind of numbers we get. We maxed out on skills, and I can't raise my intelligence, so whatever we got is what we got. Oh, do they have alcohol consumption tied into the body weight? Just like the anesthesia? Because that'd be pretty cool. I haven't actually read the notes on the changes. Alright, we are back up and running. Take care of our food and water. Body weight is still fine. Let's go ahead and have some calcium and a gummy vitamin. Just cuz. Alright, let's grab some CBMs and some anesthesia and see what kind of numbers we get. Sort by category, please. Alright, CBMs first. So, this and this I want to try, or at least take a look at. Leukocyte, I used to get really excited about the leukocyte, but understanding the food and body weight and health stat system, I don't really care any longer. The leukocyte and the gamma globulin shots I rarely use anymore because I know how to manage my hidden health stats and keep myself healthy. So if I were subsisting on junk food diets, then leukocyte's awesome because you can counter the negative health effects automatically. But if you're not having health problems, then we'll take that along. We'll take that along. I've got metabolic and food's never really a problem for me, so I don't really need the cable charger. Smoking system, I don't have the power for, so that's useless. Battery system, again, eh. So yeah, I think we'll just check these out and we'll see how it looks. I haven't opened that door yet, have I? Oh, I have. All right. Oh yeah, and I killed these guys because they were making noise and bothering me. Can I ukulele myself to sleep? Hey there, game. Show me the numbers. Oh, I didn't bring the anesthetic. Duh. my bad. Yeah, that's a lot of anesthesia. Alright, so what do our numbers look like? Pretty good. Pretty good. We got it down to 18% fail rates. 18 is my highest. Internal chronometer. No, I am not installing an internal chronometer. So 10% for the internal climate control. I think that one takes power, though. Hey there, Draco. Good people and Vormithrax. Non-inclusive. Let's try one of the two telescopic guys first. We'll do an 18%er. I have 24,000 milliliters. This takes 210. Stitching you back up. Autodoc returns to his position. Let me look at these messages. Successfully installed telescopic eyes. So, settle in, strapped in. Tiny pricking sensation in your arm. No, not my right arm. I'm sensitive in my right arm. I want my left arm. Come on, realism. Do my left arm. Meticulously cutting your eyes open. Whole lot of cutting of eyes. Inserted the Bionic. And, yeah, more stitching of eyeballs. Alright, we have telescopic eyes. What was the chance? 18%. 18% is the highest that I've got. Now, I am maxed, effectively. Computers 8, electronics 8, and first aid 8. So, I'm maxed out on all the skills. I've got low intelligence. And these are not the hardest things to install. Alright, I do want targeting system. I only have one of these. So please don't fail this one. Yeah, it succeeded. So they're both passive. So we got telescopic and we got targeting. Telescopic is much of the material in your inner eye has been surgically removed and replaced with an array of high-powered auto-focusing lenses. They function as integrated binoculars, letting you see much farther than before, and any vision problems you might have had are now gone. Then we also have targeting system. Equipped with rangefinders, their movement is synced with part of your that of your arms to a degree. Shots you fire will be much more accurate, particularly at long range. Well, that'll go well with our sniper rifle slash bow slash whatever. So, yay. And I believe this does stack with the telescope binoculars bonus, if I remember right, from my own video. I believe this does add like another 4 distance or however much distance when I'm going up onto roofs to get my overworld map extended. Alright, what else? So many choices. Head alloy plating. Do I really want head alloy plating? Sure. And next up, internal climate control. And do I want an internal chronometer? I don't want an internal chronometer. Alright, well, that's a pretty successful run. So we added internal climate. Like I said, I don't have much power, so this one's fairly light on the power draw. 1 to activate and then 1 every 24 turns. So I could run it for a while on 250 power. But it's not going to last long in the ice lab if that's where we go. And that's pretty much it. That's all of the useful CBMs. I'm not going to install any of these other ones. Plenty of anesthesia left. What is your absolute number one tip for getting to mid-game? The number one tip I give everybody, regardless of stage of game, is really, really learn the run walk and how to manage your stamina. Managing stamina is the number one thing in the game that I would recommend players, both new and even experienced players, just get a super, super good handle on. I think stamina, and stamina not having stamina, kills more players than anything else in the game. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. I think not managing your stamina appropriately is what will kill the largest number of players. What's chatting? Yeah, I guess the other one would be early game especially. It's not a zombie fighting game. In the early part of Cataclysm, it is a zombie avoidance game. Ignore all the zombies. Secure your early needs. I mean, loot for food, loot for tools, loot for books. Don't fight a single zombie. The less zombies you fight in the early game, the better you're doing. Uh-oh, you did a sound and it didn't play? Damn it. I don't know why that thing keeps breaking. Give me a sec. I gotta go check the extension. What's going on, extension? Why are you not playing your noises? Did it turn it off once again when I wasn't looking? I bet it turned it off yet again. Make this bigger. No, it's still on, supposedly. Not sure why it didn't fire off there. Now it kicks in for some reason. I think that same thing happened last time. I had to go manually trigger one and it unstuck for whatever reason. Thank you very much, Jonah Fury. Appreciate the tips through the sound system there. Sorry it didn't fire off initially. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's the second time I've had that pointed out where it's not firing. Yeah, I'd have to go back and rewatch my video. I actually demonstrate the various combos. I don't think I went through all of the combinations that were possible, but there were certain ones that did stack. Like telescope and binoculars does not. It's an either or. But you can stack that with something else, whether it was scout or telescopic eyes. I can't remember. Probably correct. Telescopic eyes gives the same bonus as binoculars and telescope, and it's scout that I was thinking of. Alright, what are we working on? So, we got climate control. That'll help one part of our process here. Can we do the outfits? Thermoelectric outfit from scratch. Just need a ton of heating elements. I need 2 of them, so I'm going to need a double ton. I'm going to need 2 tons of heating elements. That's an awful lot of stoves. If I try to make those, I need just massive amounts of, I think, copper wire. Yeah, look at all that copper wire. What was reset? Copper and a tiny bit of duct tape. And that gets you 1 copper wire. Really? Well, that's kind of dumb. 1-to-1 ratio, huh? 200 copper wire is going to take 200 duct tape? That's dumb. Alright, we're not doing that route. That's a terrible ratio. So yeah, I would have to go get a lot of stoves. You get more than 1 heating element per on average. It's like 1 to 4, something like that. But that's still a lot of houses I'd have to hit. So internal climate control, like I said, will only help a certain amount. Double up thermal outfits would help the most, and then winter soldier gear is usually what you stack on top of that. But let me take a look here. What else we got? Not really interested in changing out weapons. We're doing okay there. We're using the magic bow for the times we do the bow. I did want to try to use the Greatbow. Problem is, like I said, it's got an 18 strength requirement, so I'd only be able to use it while actively running the hydraulic muscles, which I can't do too much due to power requirements. Whoa, I do have to push FAB of 10. Fab and electronics to make that thing. And realize just how high level that thing was. And it takes a boatload of string. That's not really a big deal. Food irrelevant. Chems irrelevant. Alright, electronics we just raised, so... How... Let's see. Mountable autoclave. So that's the vehicle-mounted autoclave. And we've got everything we need to make it. We have an autoclave that we did find. Everything else is pretty easy. So were I to get some CBMs that I need to get cleaned up, we've got the sponge, we've got the autoclave, we've got some pouches. I think we've got everything laying around. I would just need to set up a frame with some power. Probably what would be easiest? Go nuclear? Put a mini reactor down here? And think about that. Just lug down some heavy storage batteries or some full storage batteries. Transporting those is going to be the hard part. If I don't have a vehicle I can just shove them into and then drive them back. Yeah, that's going to be a really hard part. That's going to be an awful lot of dragging. I'm not sure my bike is going to like having a storage battery stuck into the foldable wire basket. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that. But we know we can do it, so it's a moot point until I get a hold of some other CBMs, so we'll just keep in mind. Recharge station, I don't really care. Don't need conversion, don't need electro hacks. Don't need battery mods. Good old atomic lamp. Kind of hard to do. Look, you can make an atomic lamp. Exciting. Oh, you need 4 beta voltaic cells. Well, okay, how do I make beta voltaic cells? Well, you don't. So why is it on the damn recipe list? I love that stuff. Tricycle with cargo spaces? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to think. Mini reactor is probably not lightweight either. Lugging a mini reactor back would probably be just as painful. I don't have that much plutonium laying around. Yeah, I've only got the 5 cells so far. Gear's in good shape. Map shows no cities to the south, really. Ooh, lots of endpoints right there. I think the chances are there's a nice, simple, regular lab at one of these endpoints. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities in this little chunk right here. Maybe we'll take a bike ride down. Oh, I bet there's a river. I bet there's a river cutting through here. This is weird looking. Hey there, river. Which way do you go? Is this 2 different rivers merging, or is this one river making a really serious turn? No rivers or bridges up this way. Oh, nope. There's one right there. One there. Alright, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get blocked. Maybe we'll bike ride down there real quick. That'll be a fairly quick trip. And we might stop at some houses and grab some heating elements while we're traveling. Alright, so we've determined there's not really much use for me to be reading books anymore. We've installed the CBMs. More magic stuff right now is not going to help me all that much. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take my 6 bratwurst. We'll do one more batch of brats. Leave our ukulele behind. Got plenty of ammo reloads. I'm still bent about how much ammo I went through at that research facility for no gain after we had to leave because of the broken issues. Think I'll leave the alcohol behind now too. We'll try out just the painkillers, see if they actually have an effect. Alright, I've got 5 bottles of disinfectant. I don't need 5 bottles of disinfectant.